train at First Street with my friends. I wanted to get some custard and jelly at OK, so I walked briskly to the supermarket. Absent-mindedly, I walked right into a white family on the sidewalk. I was jerked back to reality when cold, thick saliva slid slowly down my face. The small white boy spat on me. So I raised my hand and I slapped him. His parents dragged me to the police station. The police officer said, "Don't you know you are not allowed to walk on the pavement, Kaffa? How dare you hit your small boss?" I stared up at the white policeman, and in that moment, he shrunk before my eyes. It was unfair. Why was I being shouted at for hitting him? Why was nobody shouting at him for spitting at me? Resentment swelled in my heart. That boy would never be forgiven.
I don't know when the exact day came when I realized it for myself. You hear your parents talking about it, your elders shaking their heads, but because you've known nothing else, you do not know. It was 1976. I was at Wimpy ordering chips at the blacks-only window. A Rhodesian trooper looked at me and said, "Get out, my enemies." That's when I knew. I suppressed the feelings because I could not respond. We had to register guests in our own homes. If not, you would be woken up and taken to the police station. There was no dignity. We suffered like we were nothing. That's when I knew I had to go and fight. I woke up before dawn with my best friend Anna. We packed a little food and some supplies, and we simply walked.
sara nikufira masango kubvira hondo dzekutanga varume vachiuya kune vasina kukwanisa kuchemwa nekumigwa nehama dzavo tinovarangarira. Tinovati ikoko kwavari, zororai murugare rwaMwari. Mwari wedu havavate hope vakasvinura narini.
meeting with the Ethnomusicology Forum this afternoon at 3:30. You're welcome. We're in the library. We can't fit you all, but let's make it noisy and squeeze in there. I want to thank Scott Marcus, who organizes this is the Wednesday noon World Music Series. It's also co-sponsored by the Multicultural Center, which is directed by Zabini Khan, who is here. I've been Tim Cooley. This is Jared Holton, a graduate student in ethnomusicology. Leaders, please.
Thanks, Tim. But let me also add to the vote of thanks to the Office of Graduate Studies. Also co-sponsored this, as well as the History Department. Am I forgetting any other sponsors? Okay, so I'm a professor of history, and my work has really been moving outwards over the last few years. And these voices are magical. They take the words out of the book and let it fly. So thank you, Daniela. Is finishing a PhD at the University of Kentucky. Now she's beginning to fly, as you can all see. Ezele Eseka is one of my students that I've worked with over the years. She punches above the weight. She's an undergrad, but she really does a lot of work. Jefferson Demande is a first year PhD student in history. Natasha Moore, sociology PhD. Remo Ketema, history PhD. Thank you all. Last thing, but perhaps most important, this thing wouldn't have come together this beautifully without, of course, the support of everyone involved, Scott, Tim, and Raymond. She was really the forefront, organizing all this. This really was student-led. We just came in through the back door. So thank you again. Thanks
Also, Sean from the Multicultural Center, who helped set up.
I just wanted to invite everybody to come see Black String. They're going to be playing at the Multicultural Center at our theater on the 28th. So it's a Friday evening. It's a great event. It's probably the cheapest date in town. So bring your best friend or bring your partner, bring anybody you want. We're going to have a great time. So come see us.
Can I make one more announcement here? A week from today, we're having a sitar concert here. The same hour, a woman sitar player. She's absolutely phenomenal. She's just coming back from a tour of India the previous day. So next Tuesday, she arrives back. She's giving a sitar concert at noon here. This is Reshma Srivastava. We'd love to have you come noon next week. Thank you.